Welcome to North Idaho. In March, last week we had sub-zero temperatures, we had blowing winds, and we were completely unable to do any of our outdoor projects.
It's so much warmer this week. It's a good thing that we waited. Melissa, look at this. It's a tropical paradise.
It is clearly still winter here. However, we are willing participants. We are able and we are ready to start our spring projects.
You know what make this a lot easier is if you'd come out, join me and the boys for a little cold exposure, lose the shirt, semi-bottomless, rubber slippers, and you just enjoy the cold. You drink it in.
You're on your own.
You soak it in. You take it up, Melissa. Come on, you'll love it, I promise you.
Yesterday we got the entire lumber package ordered for our garage and apartment build, and I cannot believe that we are about to start on a whole nother build. But for this week, we are focusing on finishing something that we started 2 years ago.
Our pump house has been unfinished. It's been a complete eyesore. We are tired of staring at it, so we're gonna get it wrapped up, finally. It took us 2.5 years, but we're about to get it done. Ooh, it's very caramel color. Caramel.
You gonna try it this time?
Listen, it's been almost 3 years, and every single time, you know the routine.
Try
Come
it.
on.
Do it. Do it.
The first step to getting our pump house completed is going to be to get all the Soffit material up. Now, we plan on having all the outbuildings here in our property. We wanted them to match. But with this one, we're going to make a minor exception. It's going to be kind of a fusion. Right? Let's call it a fusion. So we're going to go with these white pine tongue groove boards, just like we have in the house. Aside from that, it's going to just look like a metal building, exactly like the pole barn that we're working in here today.
Staining all these Soffit boards totally brings me back to when I was staining them by myself when you guys were sick.
Yeah, we had COVID, I remember that.
Yeah, you guys were sick for like 2 weeks, and I was trying to stay busy. I stained like 200 Soffit boards by myself.
That sucked so hard. I hated being sick like that. Especially knowing that you were out there working and I was just laying in bed, miserable.
That's why I ended up so sick.
That it? We done for tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just let them dry.
All right. Cold exposure?
No.
Come on, Melissa. I promise you're gonna love it. Boys ready?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Cold exposure.
Fist bumps. How far are we going? How long are we going?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? No. We did 5 minutes last time. We're gonna do 5 minutes again. It's a little colder today than it was last time.
Okay.
All right, we are setting the clock for, we'll set it for 10. We'll see how long we last. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is 29 degrees. We're gonna go out, shorts only. That's how windy it is. Oh, right on Eli. Sorry, dude. Woo. Going at least 5 minutes. You can go in if you want to, whatever you choose. Yeah, you don't have to stay the whole time. Last as long as you can. Come on. Okay, so we've been doing this. It's hard to talk, I'm already getting cold. The boys and I have been doing this for the last 3 or 4 days. It's supposed to have a bunch of therapeutic effects. It's just kind of fun for us to do. This kind of goes hand in hand with what it is that Kaimani and I have been doing with our running, our marathon training. Ooh, that wind. So we've been running, we've been working out together, and this nightly cold exposure has become a part of that routine, and it feels really good. It's very exhilarating, except for the fact that wind. It is cold out here. Now you're going back in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Mom says you should. Huh? Yeah, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You're good. Nice job, man. Way to be. Attaboy. How much longer we got? We can do another 5? Hey, Phil. Good?
Yeah.
Holding up? You seem to hold up better than I do. You know, the first time we did this, we came out for a minute and we were dying. So the fact that we are now at 7.5 minutes in a few days, I'm impressed. Come on, you're doing good, man. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 minutes. Woo!
There's still a lot of
All of our pine tongue groove boards dried up really nicely over in the shop overnight. I came out early today because before we can get those stuck up on the building, we need to trim down all of the rafters and the ladder sections, the 2x8s that we use to frame the roof here in our shed. I'm trimming an inch off the bottom of each section that's exposed. That's because we want all of our pine tongue groove to be kind of recessed. We don't want it to extend out past the bottom of the eaves. This is something that we probably should have taken into consideration 2.5, 3 years ago when we built the shed, but we didn't. So I'm having to make up for it today.
Jeremy is just about ready to start installing the soffits, and I am getting all the kombucha for the week wrapped up. It is kombucha day, which means I start 3 more gallons and I bottle 3 gallons so that the kids can start drinking it. And it is also sprout day. I have been growing mung sprouts and alfalfa sprouts for about a year now. We just harvested these today out of our little mason jars. I love growing sprouts because it only takes 4 or 5 days. They're really easy, they're really affordable, and I feel a lot safer eating sprouts that were grown in my water versus, I don't even know where sprouts come from, but I'm always afraid of them. I'm always afraid they're gonna have something bad in them. So I started growing my own, and then I just got seed to start growing wheatgrass, and then I got a tray and everything. So I'm gonna be starting this week. I'll kind of update you guys on how this goes. I've never grown wheatgrass before, but I've gotten pretty obsessed with growing sprouts. So see, these I started yesterday and they are just now starting to sprout. They are so quick, and you can grow pretty much any kind of sprout or microgreen year round, but sprouts are particularly easy because they don't even need light. So they're my favorite. Today I've been so focused on getting everything set up for the week, and I totally let the time slip away from me, so it is already lunchtime and it is snowing again outside. So I'm gonna bring Jeremy a hot meal because I know for a fact that he is not going to come in here and eat. We got in a really bad habit of skipping meals during our build, but ever since we discovered Factor, we found out that we can have very hot, convenient, and nutritious lunch. Factor makes sure that our fridge is stocked with fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals that are delivered right to our door. We can go from absolutely starving to eating a complete hot meal in 2 minutes with no prep, no mess, and no cleanup. There is something for every lifestyle or taste preference because Factor offers keto, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and protein plus options. Today I am going veggie with the peanut Buddha bowl, and Jeremy is going keto with the Italian ground beef and marinara, but I'm just gonna take a little bite. So whether you are looking to eat healthier, spice up your meal routine, or save trips to the grocery store, definitely give Factor a try. Just head to factor75.com or click the link below and use our code GoodSimpleLiving50 to get 50% off your first box.
Oh, hello, Mama.
What the heck happened?
Oh, you know, winter.
I brought you hot food. No, this one's yours, keto.
I appreciate it. Can I get a fork? Oh, look at you on it.
So remember, go to factor75.com and don't forget to use our code GoodSimpleLiving50 to get 50% off your first box. This is crazy. How are we supposed to work in this?
Everything is cut, but in the last couple hours we've got 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground, and although that isn't very much, we are expecting some warmer temperatures during daytime hours, and then things are going to freeze overnight, so I'm concerned about ice on our driveway. So I think we need to take a break from the shed, and I'm going to have to plow our entire driveway. Thanks, Scott.
The healer might come and take away the pain. He might come and take it all away. The healer might bring the rain. The healer might leave you in a hurricane. Oh, but keep breathing on the boundary. He might come and take it all. The healer might come to you. Oh, when you feel like coming, your body break. Come on, keep it steady as the sun, let the body sing. We aren't in our final frame. Oh.
Glad I plowed.
Scratch prayers come to pass. I have gripped out the last of me. I've been wasting here.
Okay, let's.
Come
Pick up and
hold
get a giant.
me. Hold me. And I know that we're still gonna die someday. But would you come and take it all away?
Today the sun is out, the wind isn't blowing, it's 34 degrees and it feels like spring. So Jeremy is getting some blocking on the pump house and finally we can start getting all the soffits up.
First row is set for our soffit material, this tongue and groove. We got that stuck in place. I took a bunch of measurements. We should be good to go. It's going to set the tone for everything as we stick up, moving downward and upward. What you're going to see in this first course, however, is that there is a seam, which is unfortunate since this is such a small shed. The reason for that being, I didn't take measurements ahead of time and I just kind of made a boneheaded mistake at the store when buying this material. Thought to myself, it's a 12 by 12 shed. I just need 12 feet of material. I didn't take the overhang into account. I actually needed 14 feet. So it is what it is. It's just a shed. It's not the house, fortunately. So we'll stagger those seams, try to make them as, just try to hide them if possible. So I'll know, Melissa will know, and all you guys will know. But it is what it is. We'll get it done. It'll look fine.
But the good news is, it's snowing again.
Outstanding. Our first section of soffit is completed, and what we're left with here at the end is about a 2.5 inch little strip that's gonna have to be filled in. We're gonna put that off until tomorrow. We're running out of light. It's getting very, very cold very rapidly. So instead what we're going to do is actually buzz up this first half of the gable end. It'll just give it more of a sense of a completion. It'll look good, and it's already looking, I mean, it's a massive, massive improvement. This shed went from being a complete eyesore to I can already see things starting to come together. It's going to look good.
In the spirit of spring and summer projects, we have a horse barn build ahead of us. And so this morning we came out to really pinpoint what size we want that barn to be.
We've been talking about this project for a really long time. We've been going back and forth on design elements, the actual size of it. I want to go a little bigger than I think we've discussed previously. Just because if there's any lesson that I've taken away from the first shop that we had put up, the shop that we built our tiny home in, it's go as big as you can possibly go ahead of time. And don't hold back, because you will fill that space.
Yeah, and then I naturally want to go a little bit smaller, because then, you know, in comes the wife with the budget. So I'm like thinking of the budget, I'm thinking of the aesthetics of it. I don't know that I want a big 60-foot barn coming out into the field. I like the idea of maybe 40 feet coming out and like 60 feet wide. We took our feet and we drew out the different options, and so we can picture it a little bit more. But this barn ideally goes up before the hay is cut this year.
We'll see what happens. Okay, so we both agree. Bigger is better, right?
I don't know.
Biggest shed possible, that's what I heard.
That's not what I said.
We don't have to decide today. Let's go finish up that soffit, work on the shed, huh?
It's not snowing.
Literally right on cue. 30 seconds later, snowing again.
How is it snowing? There's not even any clouds.
All right. First board, I want to get this done today. Doable?
For sure.
For sure?
For sure done today.
Does that mean you're going to stay out here if it takes longer than I expect?
For maybe. For maybe I'm going to stay out here.
Good there?
Yep.
When the ground is shaking, you thunder roar. Wouldn't worry,
I made it, I reached.
just a storm. I just let my body pour to the natural rattle. So unwind and don't unravel. We can't help but be a little fragile through the clatter inside the crackle of the natural rattle, vibrating us all. Natural rattle.
There it is for now. What do you think?
It looks so much better.
Way better than it was, huh?
What now?
But now you know what we could do.
No.
I said, come on.
No.
You coming? All right, there we go. Go,
Watch
go,
it from
go.
in here. I'll join you and you go in the hot tub.
It is 26 degrees.
We finally made progress on the pump house. And in a weird way, it reminded us just how fleeting time is. We built this 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years, gone, just like that. I used to say no to things like standing out in the freezing cold for reasons that I don't understand. But the kids wanted to see me do it, so I did it. It may seem like a little thing, but one day, if by happenstance they remember tonight, maybe they'll remember that Mom joined them. As they grow, I've been trying to be more and more intentional about saying yes. Because so often at this stage in parenthood, we have to tell them no. But if they ever look back on a Monday and Friday night in our home, I hope they remember that we did weird things and that we were together. because 2.5 years passed in the blink of an eye. And after a couple more blinks, I'm really going to miss the opportunity to laugh while standing together in the freezing cold. I never want to look back at a random night in our home and think to myself, I wish I had said yes.